We're back at it. It's Into the Badlands, Season 3, Episode 1, Enter the Phoenix. That is a badass title. We're taking things a little more after we left off. Vale's still dead, Quinn's still dead, Ryder's still dead, but there's a war in the beginning of this. Chow and the Widow are going to war, and their people, they're getting a little frisky in there. Little weird things happening. That action sequence where you got the people that work with Chow and all the white and the weird general-looking armor. And you got the weird blue people, blue outfit people that are with the Widow. Man, it was just so fun. That was the biggest skill battle I think we've seen into the Badlands so far. It was really fun. Really interesting to see. There's so much great stuff that we saw in there. And the one thing with all the arrows coming down and killing the one girl, that was really interesting. I didn't expect that. This was a fun way to pick things up again for this show. And it's really just a great time. Sonny is having issues with his kid Henry. We learn Henry has the power, the gift thing that turns his eyes black and becomes a serial killer kind of crazy guy. Don't cut him. When the nurse goes to cut him, I just knew something was going to happen there. That was really cool. I think it makes sense that Sonny's kid would be the one to get that power. I know I've been talking to some people that might think Sonny was also somebody that had the gift and he just forgot how to use it like MK did. But I don't know. I can kind of see that being the case, but with Sonny's kid Henry having it at such a young age, something that the nurse hasn't seen before, that Sonny hasn't seen before, or even Baji hasn't seen before, it's interesting to see the dynamic where that could go. I liked Sonny's storyline this episode. I've had some issues with some of Sonny's stuff in the previous season. I thought they just kind of used him sparingly and they didn't really go all out with him. But I like what they're doing here. They're giving him a condensed kind of story, letting him build up to something bigger, trying to save his son, and I really like that. His whole thing in the beginning, shooting the arrows and hunting and deciding if he's going to kill that deer or not, I liked it. Made sense to me. I was really excited to see that. His whole fight scene when he's trying to protect Henry in that weird baby cage thing. I know it's not a baby cage, but it's a baby cage. Let's be real here, guys. And then he just gets attacked by those guys who are trying to... There's a bounty on him. There's a bounty on Sonny. It finally makes sense to me that there's a bounty on Sonny because he's just all over the place. And someone's got to take him down. Let's be real. Sonny just... It's time. Everyone's got to come for Sonny. He's done a lot. He's been through all of it from the beginning. So it's finally someone's coming after him. Sonny's storyline, I enjoyed it. Wasn't my favorite of the episode, but I really did have fun with Sonny's storyline. I'm excited to see where his storyline can go further on in the show and in the season. I'm really excited. MK. I know, there's not a lot of MK in this episode. I was going to say this really quickly about MK. The actor, nothing against the actor, just the way he delivers lines and the way he kind of acts sometimes. Very Hayden Christensen in the prequels. I know that not everyone might agree with me on that, but I get a very Hayden Christensen vibe from him. Kind of like Annie, I don't like sand. There's nothing wrong with that. It makes sense for who the character is, and I'm on board with that. It's fine. I like that the Widow's keeping him prisoner, getting him high all the time, giving him a bunch of ladies, and just keeping him there so he can't use his ability. It was really interesting to see that because I've never been super into MK's storyline. Last season when he was in that weird place, I got it. It made sense to me why he was there. He learned a few things, some stuff there, but I'm really excited now. Everything I had issues with last season, it seems like it's coming full circle here and making a great storyline of these characters. Sonny and MK, I really hope they meet again. I think there's a really good dynamic there that we still need to get a good glimpse of that we really haven't gotten yet. And I'm just really excited to see where MK could go from here, if he's going to actually work with the Widow or not. So I guess I talked about the Widow a bit now. That fight scene at the beginning when she meets Nathaniel, I knew she was going to meet Nathaniel. I saw that trailer. That was still really exciting to see. That fight scene was so badass, man. Holy shit. That was just fun. They were just climbing up swords and shit, and she kicked swords at Nathaniel, and just, it was so fun and interesting. And Nathaniel losing his hand, he's got some weird crab pincher claw thing. That's really interesting, and it extends. What is that made out of? That's what I really want to know, what that was made out of. It just looked so weird, but cool at the same time. It was so much fun. The cinematography, the choreography, and just the art design in this show is above anything else on television. Sure, you got your Westworlds, you got your Game of Thrones, you even got your Punishers, but there's just something about this. It just looks so artistic. And it's so beautiful to watch everything happen and so fun. Emily Beecham is a great actress. I really love what she's doing as the Widow. She's turning into a badass. And holy shit, everyone. Holy shit. I have not liked Tilda in the past, but seeing Tilda in this episode, completely sold on this character going forward. She's no longer working with the Widow. She is a thief working on her own with like a bandit thing, kind of a Robin Hood-esque person. She looks incredibly awesome. Incredibly badass. I love her, the color of her eye shadow. What is that? You know stuff. The blue and the orange. It just looks so good. The blue and the orange together. It looks so good. She looks so good. I'm glad she doesn't have the bangs anymore. Slicking her hair back. She's looking better. Not gonna lie there. She looks great. When her and her band of merry men attack the convoy that has Baji in it, man, that was so fun. The way the things move in here and the way everything looks. The cinematography and the choreography, it all adds up to a great mix. I love it. And just the fighting, it's so fun. And Baji won this episode for me. Everything that Baji did, right down to his purple suit, to the motorcycle, to the constant drinking. And that's another thing I could bring up with Sunny. Him and Baji, they're bros, man. They're alcoholics, they're drunks. They're drinking, they're paying away. That's really fun. I really like that. Does that sound bad to say I like that the two leads are drunks? I don't know. But it's a really interesting thing. I can't wait to see develop between those two again. Baji was fun. When he tries to steal the money, cheating in that weird Sabak-like game. I don't know why I chose Sabak. I could have chose a real game. Doesn't matter. It's just fun. It's just fun. And that's what this episode just got us back into this fun world where I can't wait to see what happens. We got those weird 3 people at the end that cut their faces and arms and like release their gift and attack them. The one guy saying he's the Messiah. Can't wait to see where that goes. That could be really interesting too. I mean, it's fun. There is so much fun in this show that I just can't wait to see where we go from here. What a great way to introduce us back into the world of Into the Badlands. I'm so excited that we are getting an extended season. Like 16 episodes. We're getting like a Walking Dead length of season. I'm going to do all these reviews again. Going to get back into it. Lydia. I forgot to talk about Lydia. She's like controlling this weird camp now. That's kind of exciting. We're getting back into this world, and that's all a premiere should be, is introducing you back to these characters to let the actual story happen. And what I'm really liking is I don't know where this can go. We got new alliances with the Widow and Nathaniel. We got old alliances with Sunny and Lydia. And Tilda's on a new thing with Baji. There's a lot of stuff going on. I just can't wait to see where it goes. It looked beautiful. I hope Henry is okay. Let's save the baby, okay? We lost Vale. Sunny deserves some happiness. He deserves some happiness. Let's give him some happiness, everyone. All right. After like a year-long hiatus, I'm back. I'm doing more reviews. Let's get back into it. Into the Badlands, Season 3, Episode 1, Enter the Phoenix. That'll do it for me, guys. Hope you have a great one. Good luck.